Alrighty everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to the Bill Seaver YouTube channel. And today we are going to be taking a break from the tier lists. Today we are going to be doing our first top 10 ever on this channel. And what I decided to do, the first top 10 I'm going to do is my top 10 all-time favorite cartoon characters. Now, I love cartoons, I love movies, I love everything about I enjoy cartoons. Of course, you gotta have a good storyboard for each episode. You gotta have great animation. Those are some things that makes a cartoon stand out, or a TV show or movie, anything stand out. But then, of course, you've got to have great characters. I love character development. I enjoy that, and that's the main thing I look for when it comes to like big movies and cartoon franchise, like big franchises. That's what I look for in a cartoon, is characters. Whether these are going to be characters that, if I were to meet these characters in real life, or if I went into an animated universe and it's all cartoon characters, I would want to hang out with these guys. I'd probably want to go out and get a Dr. Pepper with these guys. I want to talk into the moonlight with these guys. Talk until, the sun goes down. Talk all night, and then talk when the sun comes back up. So just keep in mind, this is my opinion on these characters. This list is in no particular order. These are just 10 characters that I find the most relatable. I've always enjoyed these characters whenever they came on the TV screen. And this is just my opinion. So if there's a character on here that I might like, that's on here that you probably don't really care for, it's totally okay. Or if there's a cartoon character on here that you like that I didn't put on here, that's totally fine as well. Before we get into it, make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and if you enjoy the content. And for those of you who are into sports content, make sure to go subscribe to the main channel, Let's Talk Sports. I'll be uploading on that channel. I'll get back into uploading on that channel here eventually. And also, thank you guys so much for the support on one of the tier list videos. I actually did very, very well. For those of you who are wondering, I am currently uploading the PBS Kids video is currently uploading right now. I don't know if it's up yet or not, so you guys can go ahead and watch that after you watch this, or you can watch that before you watch this. Doesn't matter. Either way, let's get to the video. Starting off at number 10, we've got ourselves Tommy Pickles from the Rugrats. Okay, so we know Nickelodeon. You have Spongebob, which is one of the most iconic cartoons of all time. It's definitely Nickelodeon's life support, some would say. And there are a bunch of people who really enjoy SpongeBob. I enjoy SpongeBob. I'll enjoy it. I'll admit I'm one of the poor bastards that enjoy SpongeBob. But before SpongeBob SquarePants existed, we were dealing with Rugrats. Rugrats was the big kid on the block, the big kid on the playground when on Nickelodeon in the 90s. The show is I think the third longest running cartoon on Nickelodeon. I know it aired from 1991 up until I think 2004. I know for a while they took a little break in production. I know there was a bunch of drama that happened in production. Like, I guess some of the creators were like going through a divorce, and they kind of had different views on the show. And one of them actually went on to leave Nickelodeon and work on a show that one of the characters from that show I'm going to be showing here in a minute. But we got Tommy Pickles, ringleader of the babies. For those of you who've never seen it, Tommy Pickles was the leader. Now, I could have went with any Rugrats character. I could have went with Chucky. I could have went with Angelica, the twins, some of the adult characters. Nope, I went with my boy Tommy Pickles, the eldest son of Dee Dee and Stu. That's his name, right? Yeah, Stu Pickles. eldest son. He's a ringleader. Always has that screwdriver in his diaper. You know, if he doesn't have that screwdriver in his diaper, you know he is screwed. If he does have it, oh man, you're going to be in for a load of trouble. Tommy Pickles, he's everything you would want in a leader. He doesn't give up. He's a fighter. You know, he's a strong believer. He always keeps his head up high. You know, he always has his friends' backs. You know, this is Tommy Pickles. This is a guy. This is a kid I'd feel like I would want to be friends with. Like if I was in a daycare, like if I was a 1-year-old and I was, in daycare or whatever, and Tommy Pickles was there, I would want to be his best friend. Tommy Pickles is a guy you as a kid you'd want your kids to be best friends with Tommy Pickles. But yeah, I've always enjoyed Tommy Pickles. I know some people prefer Chucky. I was not really a Chucky fan, to be honest with you. I wasn't really a fan of the twins either. I actually found the twins to be a little annoying, especially Lil. And then I could have went with Angelica, but I know half the country. I know a bunch of people who didn't really like the Rugrats because of Angelica. Like, they enjoyed the Rugrats, but they didn't like Angelica, which was kind of a bummer. But Tommy Pickles, number 10. Number 9, we've got ourselves Gus from Recess. So Gus, he's a kid that I find very relatable. Okay, so growing up, I moved around a bunch when I was a kid. Up until I was in kindergarten, up until my senior year of high school, I was enrolled to a total of 5 different schools. And I think I lived in, I'm going to say 8 or 9 different towns from 2007 to 2019. I have moved, I moved a bunch as a kid, up until I was 3, up until I was 15. And in moving, it's tough. It's a hard change, but but it's something that you kind of get used to. Gus, he moved around a lot. He has a military dad, so he moves around a lot. He's pretty much always the new kid. He's always trying to fit in. Luckily, my boy TJ Detweiler, Spinelli, Gretchen, Mikey, and Vince. They took him in just fine. Everybody loved Gus. You know what my favorite episode was of Recess? Okay. Yes, I prefer Recess over Hey Arnold. I know this. So this show came on. It aired on Disney in the late 90s. It aired around the time Hey Arnold did. If I'm going to pick between the two, I got to go Recess every time. Though Hey Arnold is a great show. But going back to Gus, one of my favorite episodes of Recess is King Gus. Basically, I think King Bob, I don't remember what happened to King Bob. Either he was sick for a few days, I think he stepped down, and he needed somebody to take his place. And so Gus, I guess, decides to be king. At first it goes well, but then at the end it's like, you know what, I think he's taking it a little bit too far, but he just wanted to be, he wanted people to respect him. He wanted people to, to like him. Pretty much. Well, I hate to break it to you, kid. Gus, hate to break it to you, buddy, but not everybody's going to like you. And that's just part of life. Like, you can be the most happy-go-lucky guy, and somebody out there is going to think, wow, you were the most annoying thing ever. Please go away. But Gus, he is amazing. Gus, I've always enjoyed him. Very relatable. I've always had his back a lot. I've always enjoyed the Gus episodes. And he is voiced by the kid who played in the 1994 Little Rascal movie. That's pretty cool. So Gus, he makes a spot on this list. He is number 9. Number 8. Let's go with a Warner Brothers cartoon. I'm going to go with Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. Okay, so for those of you who've never seen Animaniacs, the original Animaniacs, or I guess the new Animaniacs on Hulu, or like if you, it doesn't matter which Animaniacs you've seen, if it was the 90s cartoon or the reboot that just came out. If you've seen Animaniacs, you'll know what Pinky and the Brain is. Pinky and the Brain, basically there were two mice. One was smart, one was dumb, one was evil, one not so much. And of course, basically, Brain, who was the big boss, big evil mean mouse. He wanted to he wanted to take over the world. That was pretty much the thing. Every episode, and Pinky and the Brain would try to just take over the world. That was it. But Pinky, I've always found him charming. Rob Paulsen, he is the voice actor behind this this mouse, or rat, I guess you could say. He is the voice actor behind this this klutz of a mouse, of a rodent. And Rob Paulsen, he's a very wonderful voice actor. It'd be cool to meet him sometime. But he does a fantastic job with this character. Does a fantastic job with pretty much every character he has voiced. Pinky and the Brain, not really a lot to say about him. I just find him really humorous. Number 7. Okay, so number 7, this was a toss-up between two characters. But since it was in the same show, I'm going to put two characters and put it in one. It is going to be Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash from My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. And to anybody who is watching this, no, I am not a brony. I am not a brony, I promise. So during the COVID, during the 2020, when COVID was going around, I obviously needed to find new stuff to watch. And you're not going to believe this. The first 8 seasons of Friendship is Magic was airing on Netflix at the time. And I don't know why. I was like, so I was looking for new cartoons to watch. I saw Friendship is Magic. I'm like, this is pretty cool. So for those of you who are wondering, yes, I just got into the series. And I will say, I've never found a cartoon more addicting than Friendship is Magic. And Friendship is Magic was a very good cartoon. This was definitely the best My Little Pony cartoon. Basically, you had for those I don't know anybody who has not seen Friendship is Magic, but basically, so yeah, I'm a little late to the party when it comes to this show. Please, I apologize. When I was growing up, like when this show was brand new, when I was growing up, My Little Pony was for girls. There was not really a whole lot of guys that watched My Little Pony. Well, then I discovered the internet, and I was wrong. But I watched the show in 2020 just to see how it was, and it was, I will admit, I had a very good time with the show. I enjoyed a lot of the episodes, and yes, I binge watched the entire series. I watched every episode from season 1 through 9. It took me, I started watching in March, and then I finished, I think I finished watching the show around October. Yeah. But out of the main 6, you can see I bonded the most with Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash. So let's start with our girl Pinkie Pie first. So she's the one that has, she's the okay, so the 6 elements of harmony, I don't know them off the bat. I know there's kindness, that's Fluttershy. Rainbow Dash is honesty. Rarity is, being generous. Twilight Sparkle is magic. And then, oh my goodness, I don't know, wow, this is bad. I don't know Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie's elements of element. Oh my goodness, I am super bad at this. Pinkie Pie element is laughter, of course, because she's funny. And then Rainbow Dash, hers is, I apologize, it's been a while since I've watch the show. Hers is loyalty. So, but yeah, Pinkie Pie. I don't know. It's like whenever I'm going through a bad time, it just seems she looks like somebody. Like if I'm going through a bad time, I need to I need somebody to lighten me up, cheer me up. Pinkie Pie. She's the one that I go to. I find her very relatable. Some people find me a little annoying. I know some people, or a lot of the characters on the show, find Pinkie Pie annoying. Pinkie Pie is very random at times. I can also be very random at times. And then you got Rainbow Dash, who I don't know how is able to tolerate Pinkie Pie for like 9 seasons. She is very athletic. She loves sports. I enjoy sports. That's why I have a sports YouTube channel. She's very competitive. I'm very competitive. And a great thing about her is that she doesn't give up. That's what I like about her. I don't like to have that mindset of I can't do it just because you can do something. I think I can do it better, and I won't give up doing that. But I know that character description of Rainbow Dash probably wasn't very great. I know there's going to be some brony commenting on my channel, being like, "Oh, that does not fit the character description of Rainbow Dash at all." Sorry, dude. I am a casual My Little Pony fan. I guess you can say I'm a casual fan of this show. And I also enjoy all the Pinkie Pie songs. Moving on to number 6. Okay, so we went from a girl show to an adult cartoon. I know I said I wasn't putting adult cartoons on here. I don't think I said that. Just a heads up, there are no preschool shows on here. There are no Muppet characters on here. Like I said before, it's just cartoon TV shows, no movies, nothing. So Stewie from Family Guy, probably one of the only characters on Family Guy that's likable now. To be honest with you, like many people, I preferred the old Stewie over the new one. So from the first 3 seasons of the show, I think Stewie was just an evil baby, and then now Stewie, he's pretty much the what keeps Family Guy from not falling apart, not being canceled. Modern Family Guy, a lot of the episodes I really enjoy are the episodes that involve Brian and Stewie, and between the two, I prefer Stewie. He's a very smart baby. He's going to grow up to be an evil genius one day. I don't know for sure, but yeah, I've always enjoyed Stewie. He's funny. I enjoy characters that are funny. That's kind of all I have to say about Stewie. Number 5, Mordecai from Regular Show. I enjoy Mordecai a whole lot. I really enjoy this show. This is probably one of the few. This is probably one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows. So the point behind Regular Show, if you've never seen it, you have basically the show is about a blue jay named Mordecai, and then you have Rigby, a raccoon, and they work as park rangers. They absolutely hate it. They have this boss named Benson, who's a gumball machine, who has a short temper, kind of like Rainbow Dash when she's with Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony. The only difference is that Rainbow Dash can control her anger, while Benson from Regular Show can't. But Mordecai, between the two, I've always enjoyed Mordecai. I feel like I would, bond with him more than I would Rigby. He just looks like somebody that I would want to go out and have a drink with. Looks like somebody I would want to go out and have a good time with. I enjoy Mordecai. He's awesome. He's a great guy. Too bad he couldn't get a girlfriend at the end. He couldn't get the Cloud Girl. He couldn't get Margaret either. Man, they did him dirty. J.G. Quintel did my boy dirty here. Number 4, we've got Mr. Turner from Fairly Odd Parents. Hey, Timmy! That's a horrible impression. Okay, so Mr. Turner, from Fairly Odd Parents. Why I enjoy him, I don't know why I put him on here, to be honest with you. When I was making this list, I forgot some of the characters that I put on here. And I guess Mr. Turner from Fairly Odd Parents was one of them. Kind of like Pinkie Pie. He's very random. Again, Timmy's parents don't really give two shits about him, because they're always leaving him with the evil babysitter. Always doing their own thing. And yeah, but I don't know why I have Mr. Turner from Fairly Odd Parents on here. I mean, between the two, I guess he's my favorite Fairly Odd Parents character. I don't know why he's on here, to be honest with you. Number 3, another Nickelodeon show. I know why this character is on here. Obviously, it is going to be Sheldon Plankton from SpongeBob. Okay, so I think this is the only villain character that I have on here, and Plankton. Again, another character that I just find straight up relatable. I have always found this man very relatable. Plankton, basically, for those of you for the 1% of you who have never seen SpongeBob, basically Plankton is the main villain. He's always trying to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula from Mr. Eugene Krabs, a cheap bastard. And basically, all the Plankton episodes, they just end in Plankton failing completely. And there are episodes where it's like Plankton could have won. Like, Plankton could have won very easily in certain episodes. Like, there was an episode where the Krusty Krab turns into like a hockey rink. It turned into like an ice skate rink. Like, Plankton, like where it's like really cold. Plankton could have won that easily, but no, he got cocky. There was an episode where he turns like everybody in Bikini Bottom into babies. Very creative episode. Again, he could have won pretty easily, but nope, not what happened. But why I find Plankton so relatable is because, like, throughout the entire show, Plankton is always treated like a loser. Now, no, for those of you who are wondering, no, I don't really have that mindset all the time where I feel like a loser, but, you always feel bad for him. You always feel sorry for him. Like, there are episodes, I'm sorry, like, even episodes that I have seen of SpongeBob like a million times and I know what's going to happen, I always root for Plankton. I always root for him to hopefully get the formula, one of these days he's going to get it. So far, in the last 20 years, 3 movies later, one dead show creator later, so far Plankton has not succeeded. One of these days, he's going to get the formula. One of these days, he will get it. Number 2, we've got Tom from Tom and Jerry. Again, love Tom. I love Tom and Jerry. It's a wonderful cartoon. Basically, for those of you who've never seen it, you got Tom Cat and Jerry Mouse, and basically they're just cartoon shorts from the 1940s and 50s. Are very popular. There are a bunch of movies and like TV specials of these shows of these two guys, of this cat and mouse. There was even a movie that came out, I think last year. Which I have seen. I may do a review on for those of you who are interested. But whenever I watch Tom and Jerry, I always root for Tom. Kind of like Plankton. Like, you gotta root for Tom. Like, Tom always loses. You want Tom to succeed. You want him to catch Jerry. You want him to succeed. One of these days he's gonna get that mouse and he's gonna eat him. Again, just one of those characters that you always got to root for, because Jerry's an asshole. We don't like Jerry here. Tom for life. And my number one cartoon character of all time, it is going to be Porky Pig from the Looney Tunes. I don't know why I put him on here. To be honest with you, again, this list was in no particular order. But you got Porky Pig on here, my main guy on the Looney Tunes. I could have went with anybody on the Looney Tunes. Could have went with Mickey Mouse, Goofy, whatever, but I decided to go Looney Tunes. I don't know why, but between Looney Tunes and Disney, Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny, I've always been a Looney Tunes guy. And I find the Looney Tunes to be just a little bit more funnier. I find them just to be more funny. But I could have went with anybody on the Looney Tunes. Could have went with Bugs Bunny. I love Bugs Bunny. I love Daffy Duck, Wile E. Coyote. I could have went with Sylvester Cat, Tweety Bird. Love them all, but Porky Pig is my guy. Porky Pig is my boy. I gotta have Porky Pig. I've always had his back. When I take art classes, I think every single year I've taken an art class in school. If I'm doing like a sketch, I think I've always done a Porky Pig sketch, whether during my free time or it's during during school, whatever. I'm always drawing cartoon characters. Porky Pig, he's always gonna end up in my sketchbooks. Porky Pig, very fun. Of course, one of my favorite Porky Pig moments. Son of a bit, son of a bit, son of a bit, gun. You thought I was gonna say son of a bitch, didn't you? That's a favorite Porky Pig moment. Son of a bit, son of a bit, son of a bit. You thought I was gonna say son of a bitch, did you? Only Mel Blanc, only Porky Pig can get away with saying that. If only Porky Pig can get away from saying that. When I loved Porky Pig, but when I saw that for the first time, that just made me love him even more. And there you have it for my top 10 cartoon characters. Let me know in the comments below who you guys like. Is there anybody on here that you prefer? Going over the list again, we've got Tommy Pickles from Rugrats at number 10. Number 9, Gus from Recess. Number 8, Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. Number 7, excuse me. It was the top Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash from My Little Pony. Number 6, Stewie Griffin from Family Guy. Number 5, Mordecai from Regular Show. Number 4, Mr. Turner from Fairly Odd Parents. Number 3, Plankton from SpongeBob. Number 2, Tom Cat. And number 1, Porky Pig. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys.